Yeah, I've been living in Belarus for the past 2 years now. So today I'm going to be answering the numerous questions I've been getting regarding traveling and living in Belarus. Actually, I'm on my way to the bank now. I have a day off from work today, so I'm going to the bank to get some documents from the bank. So I decided to take out time to make out this video today and, answer all the different questions I've been getting regarding traveling to Belarus, working in Belarus, studying in Belarus, what language they speak in Belarus, who to run to or where to run to when you have some, immigration issues. So I'm going to take my time to answer most of these questions today. I'm tearing because of the weather. We are almost in winter already and it's so cold right now, so don't mind me. So yeah, basically, how do you travel to Belarus? There are different ways you can, actually travel to Belarus. The first way, which is the most common, is actually through study visa. So the second way you can use is also through private invitation. The third way it's through business invitation. The fourth way is through medical tourism. So there are different ways. So I'm going to try to break them down one after the other. So the first way, which is through student invitation, is basically how it works is you send your documents, your passport, your certificate from your previous school. Basically, you have to translate this document into Russian language because here in Belarus we speak Russian. Actually, I'm gonna get to that, the language part, in a jiffy, but yeah, let's talk about the student invitation first. So basically, you translate your passport and your certificate, and then you send them to the school. The school processes your admission. Most of the schools don't have an application fee, but then you have to pay a fee, I think $50 or thereabout, for them to take your admission offer letter to the immigration center, where they are going to process your student invitation letter. Yeah, so that student invitation letter and your admission letter is what you're going to be needing at the Belarusian embassy in your home country to actually get your student visa to travel to Belarus. Yeah, so basically that's how the student visa works, and most schools here are not that expensive. Most of the time, student uses the language program, to come to Belarus to study the Russian language first, and then after that, they proceed to study other courses they'd love to study, like medicine and surgery. Different courses actually that you can enroll in, and then after that, if you want to continue with your master's program, you can continue, and then to your PhD level if you want to continue. Yeah, so basically that's that about the student visa, and the language program is not that expensive. You can even get the language program for as low as $500 for I think a period of 6 months or thereabout. Yeah, the second form, which I'm going to be talking about, is the private invitation. Yeah, that's actually what I use to travel to Belarus. Basically how that works is that if you have someone in the country, they can go to the immigration center to apply for an invitation letter for you that you're coming to visit. Yeah, the immigration center are going to request his or her document, and they're going to issue the invitation letter to the person, and then the person is going to send this invitation letter down to you. Actually, yeah, because the embassy in your home country is going to be needing the original copy of this invitation letter. So the person is going to need to send the invitation letter down to you, and then you're going to take the original copy of this invitation letter to the Belarusian embassy in your home country. And yeah, basically you need the invitation letter, the original copy, your passport, your bank statement, your supporting documents. So you're going to need that to go to the immigration, to go to the embassy in your home country and then apply for the visa. And the visa, usually they have two different processing times. If you want it ASAP, you're gonna pay 120 euros actually, and that takes about 2 days, 2 business days to be ready. And if you want it the normal processing time, which is about 5 working days, then you're gonna pay only 60 euro for them to process your visa. And once your visa is ready, you're gonna go get your visa stamped on your passport. Then you're ready to travel to Belarus to start a life. Then the third way is actually through business invitation. So if you can come here as a business owner, but basically how that works is that you're gonna need to send your translated passport, a photo of your translated passport, and also you're gonna be needing the power of attorney. Yeah, you get this power of attorney from your home country, whereby you're gonna give someone who is living here legally, probably a lawyer or something. Yeah, there are actually some law firms here who do this business invitation stuff. So you're gonna give them a power of attorney, for them to open this business in your name, and then this power of attorney is gonna be notarized from your home country, and then you're gonna send it down to Belarus, and they are going to use this document to open a business in your name. Yeah, and then they're going to send an invitation letter to you as manager or director of the company, and you can travel down here with a business visa to start your company or your business by yourself. So that's the third way. And then other ways you can use is through medical tourism and all of that. So yeah, basically those are the ways you can use to travel to Belarus. Yeah, so when you're here, what do you do? Okay, so when you get here, you are going to fly from the you're going to fly from the airport in your home country down to the Minsk airport, the Minsk International Airport. And then they're going to check your travel document, check if it's original, ask you a few questions, while you're here in the country. And then after that, you're free. Then you can, book a taxi or enter the bus from the airport down to your location. So yeah, these are the basic ways to travel down to work, live, and study in Belarus. So if there is something I've not touched yet and you want to get detailed information about, you can let me know in the comment section and I'll try to reply to you or make a separate video about that. So once you're here, the next thing you're going to do is to go to the immigration center and register yourself that you are in the country. And also you need to register the address you're staying, because once you're in the country you have 10 days 10 days to register the address you live in. If not, you're going to get a fine. So yeah, you have to register yourself and then get a SIM card. Your SIM cards here are free. Just give them your passport and then select a plan, and they're going to you can get a monthly plan. I think I pay less than $10 for my monthly data plan and internet and calls and all of that. So it's not very expensive actually. So after you get that, you can proceed with your passports to go open a bank account for yourself and all of that. Then once you settle in, if you come in as a student, you need to go register yourself in your school. If you want to stay in the hostel, you can go get your space in the hostel. And yeah, that's that for settling in, and you can start your studies. And if you're here on private invitation, basically they'll give you 1 month visa validity period for the private invitation, which is actually the one I used to come here. And once you're here, you can extend that 1 month for 3 months. So you have about 90 days in the country without problem. But then after the 90 days, before that period, you need to get something that will keep you here legally. If not, you're going to be asked to leave the country. And the ways you can stay here legally is either you get an official job, that will get a work permit for you. And that reminds me, yeah, before when I came here 2 years ago, students were not actually allowed to work legally, So it was very difficult for students to work then. But last year, the government implemented a new law that allows students to work. So if you get a company that can hire you, the company will just, process your work document for you, take it to the immigration center. The immigration center will prepare your work permit, and you can work legally. So if you come here with a private invitation, yeah, if you get a legal job that can keep you here after the period of 90 days, you can stay legally. Secondly, if you buy an apartment, yeah, if you buy a property, the property can also keep you here to get your registration and stay here legally. The third way is you can also register your own company once you're in the country, and you can, get a work permit for yourself, start your own business if you're already in the country, and it will allow you to also stay here legally. And the fourth way is by getting married. Yeah, if you get married to your citizen here, it will allow you to work legally, So that's the third way to stay here legally if you come with a private invitation. Another question I get a lot is, what do you do when you encounter some immigration problem or some document issues that you can no longer stay here legally? So yeah, basically they have like the United Nations organization here. They actually came through for me once when I had some immigration issues. So they have a United Nations organization here where you can run to them anytime regarding any problem you're having, either immigration or document issues. They can help you and fix your issue, and you can stay here legally. And then the other question I get is, what language do they speak here? All right, here in Belarus they have their own language, which is the Belarusian language, but not a lot of that. They don't even use it. They use Russian, the Russian language, So basically, Russian is the official language here. And yeah, the new generation, a lot of them are learning how to speak English. Some speaks and some not so fluently, and sometimes they are shy to speak, But the older generations they don't even want to go there too. So if you don't learn how to speak Russian, then there's nothing for you. And then another thing I want to talk about is the question I get about how to get a job here to work legally in Belarus. Yeah, generally, as a foreigner, it is a bit difficult to get a job if you don't know the language. I'm not going to lie to you. But then even while you're trying to incorporate to learn the language to be able to get other good jobs, you can start with some manual jobs. When I came here, after 3 months, I got a restaurant job where I was working in a restaurant as a chef. Yeah, I don't really necessarily need the language, the Russian language. It's just prep, how to cook some dishes and all of that. They just show you the practical aspect of it. Basically, you can get practical based jobs like restaurant, factory, cleaning, and all of that. You can start with while you're incorporating, learning about the language and all of that. And if you're lucky and you get a job in any of these international companies here, which I got and I'm working currently, yeah, it doesn't necessarily require the Russian language. You can work legally, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm working in an English customer support department, and the salary is awesome. And then I get a lot of questions about the minimum wage, how much you can earn as a foreigner here in Belarus. Yeah, minimum wage is not that expensive. I think it's around $200 a year, but yeah, it's not much actually. But basically, it is because of the low cost of living here. Things are not really that expensive here in Belarus, so cost of living is quite affordable. For example, you can get a student hostel for like $25 or $30 per month, and you can get a shared apartment for 100 or 120 or 150 dollars per month, where you're gonna be sharing the apartment with two other people. Like they have two rooms in the apartment, each person to their rooms, but then you share the common areas like the bathroom, toilet, and kitchen. And the apartment I'm staying currently, it's an apartment with a room, a kitchen, toilet, bathroom, a passage, and a balcony. I paid just $250, so it's not that expensive. Food's cheap, you know, transportation, everything is quite affordable here in Belarus. So cost of living is very, very affordable. So I think basically that's why minimum wage is not that much compared to other European countries actually. But like I said, if you get an international job from any international company, you can earn quite a good amount of money, ranging to $1,000 per month or even more. But the problem is most of these international companies left the country, you know, when this Russian-Ukraine war started and some sanctions were actually, you know, placed on the country. So that's that. So yeah, I think I've spoken a lot about traveling and living in Belarus in general. So if you have any specific question you want me to address, let me know in the comment section and I'm going to attend to it, you know. And also, a lot of people ask questions about the transport system in Belarus, so I made a video specifically for that. It's on my channel. I'm going to be linking it at the end of this video. You can just click on it on the screen and you go to learn about the different transport system and how affordable it is. And also shopping. I also made a video about how to shop in Belarus. I'm going to be linking the videos at the end of this video also. And then you can also learn about the differences in here, the winter and summer period. I made a video in the winter, which I'm also going to be linking. So you can click on any of these videos on the screen right now and you can watch how it's all about, you know, you can watch how it is done here in Belarus, and I'll see you in that video.